2 minutes. We just wait for 2 minutes. Good evening, students. So I'll be taking around 3 to 4 each sum is of 20 marks. So these are important sums that is with. Okay, practice this sum so that you can secure at least 20 marks. You can pocket those 20 marks easily. Okay. In this sum, what will be given? You'll be given information about a few past years and current year. Okay. Now, what you are supposed to do, you have to make trading account for all past years data. Suppose you are given data for 2019, 20, 21, and 22. Then that last year must be for current year, and the trading account will be prepared for 2019, 20, and 21. And for period from 4th January to 30th November 22, you'll be making a memorandum trading account. So this chapter is very easy because you just have to make a trading account, nothing else. Okay. So many things are already known to you. Few additional things you have to do. So I chose this first topic to teach you so that you can secure some marks. Okay. Let us read the sum. The factory and office building of Fybcom Limited was destroyed by fire on 30th November 2022. So this is date of fire. Fire occurred on this date. Okay. So your memorandum trading account will be prepared up to this date. Okay. The one which you can see, which is drawn below the trading account, it's called as memorandum trading account. It is for less than a year. Therefore, we call it memorandum trading and not trading. Clear? Salvage. Salvage means goods saved from fire. This can come in objective also. What is salvage, right? Okay. So salvage means goods saved from fire was rupees 26,000. And from books saved from fire, following details could be ascertained. So we could get some details. Using these details, you'll be making trading for those mentioned years, that is 19, 20, and 21. And memorandum for 1st Jan 22 up to 30th November 22. Here, okay. So now let us read what is given to us. Purchase, as you know, must be posted to debit side of trading account. Sales, credit side of your trading account. Carriage inward, debit side of trading account. Salaries, we don't post salary in trading account, so ignore this item. Okay. Any item which is there in P&L account, don't put in trading account. Just since it's given, you have to post. Just don't do that. Okay. Even if printing stationery is given, carriage outward is given, those are items of P&L account. Don't post them in trading account. Okay, be careful there. Okay, so purchase, trading debit, sales, trading credit, carriage inward, debit, salaries, ignore, opening stock, debit. Information. First, in 2019, 20, and 21, opening stock and closing stocks were valued 10% below cost. So what is cost? Cost means the purchase price. Okay, cost means purchase price. So we always record all the items at cost price. Clear? Okay, so 100% amount paid is called as cost value. Okay, sometimes in the books we record them at different value. So it's called as book value. It's called as book value. So in this sum, they have mentioned that they have been recording stock at 10% below cost. So in the books, they are writing 90 rupees. So they are reducing the value of stock by 10%. Is this clear? What is cost? The purchase price, actual purchase price. And what is book value? At what price they are appearing in the books. Okay. So students, whenever such adjustment is given, what you have to do? You have to, right? Now let us take one example. See the opening stock at the bottom, last line. We are given opening stock for 2019, which is 18,000, right? I'll just write 18,000. You need to make working note just like this. Okay. So you need to find out what is the 100% of this value. 90% is how much? 18,000. We always need 100%. Clear? So we need to find 100%. We can cross multiply. How to cross multiply? I'll show it here. 100 into 18,000 divided by 90. Okay. This is how you have to do the calculation and find the 100%. Okay. Can you do it and post it in the chat? How much is the value you get? Simplest way to find is take 18,000 divide by 90%. Okay, you can do this also. You'll get the same answer. Okay, please do it. 18,000 divided by 90%. 20,000. So opening stock value of 2019 is 20,000, but they have shown it at 18,000. Why? It is the company's policy to maintain stock at 10% below. See, if the original cost is 20,000, 10% if you remove 2,000, the value will be 18,000, right? Understood? So this is how you have to change the value if such adjustment is there. So we'll write here to opening stock. We always maintain all the stocks opening or closing at cost only. Very important. Okay. So I'll write opening stock of 19 is 20,000. I hope this is clear. Okay. Whenever such adjustment is there, that stock is overvalued or undervalued by 10% or 20%, whatever percentage is there. Okay. You follow this format. Okay. Follow this format. Cost means give the original value. Book value means at what they have recorded. Clear? So you have to convert that recorded value, which is 19%, 90% in this case, at 100%. Okay, always value the stock at 100%. So find out that 100% value. Okay, simply you can do it like this. Whatever value they have recorded in the books divided by the percentage. Is this clear? Now suppose instead of 10% below cost, they could mention that the stock on 19, 20 and 21 is valued 10% above the cost. In that case, what will happen? We always want 100%, right? And the valuation done is 110. Okay. Suppose that value comes to, if that value in the books was given as 22,000. Okay. You have to cross multiply again, or just divide 22,000 by 110%. You will get the cost value. Is this clear, students? So whether it is undervalued or overvalued, you have to follow the same procedure to find the cost. Clear? I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so this way we have to find out values, opening stock values of the remaining years, and we have to write accordingly. Clear? So everywhere we will divide by 90%. Since all the stocks are 10% below, means they have valued it at 90%. Clear? So for 2020, how you will get the value? 36,000 divided by 90%, that is 0.90. 40,000. Clear? So for next year 21, I'll do it like 54,000 divided by 90% or just 0.9. Okay. Same way for next year, for memorandum period, the value is going 54. It's same. So again here it will be 60,000 only. Need not repeat it. Same value is there. I'll write to opening stock. Okay. So here you have secured at least 2 to 4 marks. Okay, if you put correctly calculate all these 4 values, you get at least 4 marks, because from these values only you will get closing stock values. Right? Understood? 19, isn't it? So I just write here by closing stock. Okay. जो आज का क्लोजिंग स्टॉक है वो कल क्या होगा? ओपनिंग स्टॉक. क्लियर? सो जो 20 का 19 का जो 20 का ले लो, 20 का जो ओपनिंग स्टॉक है ना, वो 19 का क्लोजिंग रहेगा. इजंट इट? So 40,000. ओके 21 का जो ओपनिंग है 20 का क्लोजिंग रहेगा. ओके 60,000. तो दिस वे दिस एडजस्टमेंट इज ऑफ एटलीस्ट 4 months. जो 22 में ओपनिंग है 60 वो 21 का क्लोजिंग रहेगा. ओके दिस वे यू कैन relate the values. Okay, so you have filled two values for opening as well as for closing. Sales, you all know where to record sales on the credit side by sales. Okay, values sales are 22 lakhs. I think it must be 2,20,000, not 22 lakhs. Okay, because all other values are in 2 lakhs range, 3 lakhs range. So it can't be 22 lakhs. So I will write 2,20,000. Printing mistake must be there. Then 2,80,000. Then 3,32,000. Okay. And here super space. So the sales have to write first. By sales. For last one is 1,80,000. Then we are given purchases. I missed out purchases. I'll write 2 purchases. 2 lakhs. Commas everywhere. Just give me a minute. Okay. So purchase for 2019 given 2 lakhs. For second year 2,24,000. Third year 2,40,000. And for memorandum trading, we'll write 2 purchases. 1,70,000. Okay. Then carriage inward will come on the debit side. So carriage inward value 2,000, 1,600, 2,000, and many mistakes are there in this paper. To carriage, it must be 2,200. You can't multiply 10 times, obviously. It must be 2,200. Okay, so I think we are done with the posting part. Purchases done, sales done, carry inward done. Salaries we won't take as it's an item of P&L account. Opening stock we already did. Adjustment 1 already done. That is of valuation of opening stocks and closing stock at 10% below cost. So we are done with this. Now what we have to do? We have to close the account and find out gross profit. Okay, so let us take the total. Okay, so I'll write those totals on the debit side as well. Okay, now on the debit side I'll get balancing figure, which is gross profit. Okay, so it will be like 260 minus 20 minus 2 lakhs minus 2,000. Okay, so it will be like 2,60,000 minus 2,22,000, isn't it? 2,22,000. Okay, 38,000. In next year, 340,000 minus 224, 264. 2,64,000. One more minus figure is 1,600. Third year, 392,000 minus 240 to 63 lakh 2000, 3 lakh 2000, 90,000. Okay, I just remove this one. And keep it on this side. If needed, you can take a screenshot later on. Okay, so we are done with the trading account items. Now, if you look at memorandum trading, two figures are missing. What we observed above, we had a gross profit and closing stock. These two items were there. But here we don't have gross profit because we don't have closing stock. And why we don't have closing stock? Because the stock was engulfed by the fire. So we could not find how much stock was lying in our go down. Okay. So we cannot find out what was the closing stock. We have to make a claim with the insurance company, right? So we want to find out this value of closing stock. Okay. So what is the thing we have to find out? Closing stock, which is not readily available. Why? Because there was a fire and it engulfed all the stock. I don't know what is the value, so I can't put it here, right? We know that 26,000 were saved, so definitely it will be more than that. But we don't know. So now how to proceed? What we have to do is now we have to find out gross profit, okay, for previous years, which we did by making a trading account. Now we have to observe what is a trend. But to learn the trend, we need to find out percentage of gross profit for preceding these 3 years. Okay. So what we'll be doing it right now is finding out GP percentage. Okay. Now, what is the formula for gross profit percentage? Gross profit upon net sales. Always take net sales. Huh? If returns are given, subtract those returns and later on you take net sales into 100. This is the formula for GP percentage. Okay, so let us do it for 2019, 2020. First, let us complete one at a time. So, gross profit for first year was 38,000. Upon sales for that year was 2,20,000 into 100, right? Please do it using calculator. I'll do it here. 38,000 divided by 2,20,000 into 100. 17%. So for first year, I got GP as 17%. Okay. So same way you have to do it for next 2 years. Okay, let us do it. 2020 and directly put the values 74,400 upon second year sales was 2,80,000. In second year, the values is coming as 27%. Let us do it for third year, 2021. You can cross verify and you can see. Third year sales is GP is 90,000. Upon sales is 3,32,000 into 100. 90,000 divided by 3,32,000 into 100. 27%. Okay. Let me check this again whether it's 17 or 27 because for latest 2 years it's 27%. So for 19 it was only 17%. I'll just check it once again. 30,000 divided by it's 17 only. Okay, so whenever if the GP had been constant 27 for all the years, we would have applied 27% GP percentage in memorandum trading. But since it is varying for all the 3 years, what you can do is you can take which is 24%. You can take the approximation. How to apply? You have to apply this 24% on sales. So 1,80,000%. Okay. Okay, now we have all the items on the debit side, so we can sum up those items. $2,75,400. Now we'll get closing stock as balance issue, right? Minus 1,80,000. So we are getting 95,400 as closing stock. Okay. Now we have amount of closing stock. So this much value of stock was there on the date of fire. Now let us see how much was stock actually lost, because we have saved some portion of it, isn't it? So statement of loss, we can make it very simple. Closing stock on date of fire. Okay. How much it is? 95,400, right? Less salvage. Salvage means goods saved from fire. Okay. Obviously, company will not be paying for that because you have saved it. So company will deduct that much amount. How much of the salvage? 26,000. I'm correct here. So how much company will pay us? The balance amount. Okay. If we had removed 100% insurance, so company will pay this is our loss by fire. Okay. What if we had taken lesser amount of insurance? Okay. See, our stock on rate of fire was 95,000. So we should have removed a policy of at least around 1 lakh rupees. Or what company has done? Look, the last adjustment. They have told us that company has a policy of only 40,000. Okay. So now the insurance company will say will pay proportionately. Okay. So for 95,400, you removed a policy of 40,000. So for 69,400, we will pay only proportionate amount. Clear? So what will be your claim now? I'll write down the formula for claim. Lost by fire on total stock. On of fire to policy amount. So now you have to calculate the actual claim to be lost. Okay, so goods lost by fire, you will find it here only. Okay, in about table. Okay, here is our whatever we need is here. Make a table for that. So goods lost is 69,400 upon total stock. In same statement, you will get it 95,400 into policy amount. What is the policy amount? $40,000. Value 100 into 40,000. So we can lodge a claim of around 29,100. Okay, then you can take a screenshot for this. Okay. Okay, so we'll move on to next one. Now shall we take a break? Small break. Okay, please do subscribe to the channel if not done. See, This time, this semester, I was very ill, rather, was not well. So I could not take, although I had formed this group well in advance, at least couple of months before, but I was so busy and I was not fit at all. I am feeling better. So next thing does happen. Okay. So do join it. Okay. So, but I may just continue with this like same group. We'll see what to do next time. Achha, can you give me in chat which chapter you want now? uh, branch is also available, single entry. So I'll start with branch. Okay. Okay. Before going ahead with the branch, a few terms which I need to explain to you. Okay. Many of you who are doing their business, own business, may be aware of these terms: invoice price, cost price. Okay. Uh, profit margin. Yeah, I'll just explain in brief. What is cost price or cost rather? Your actual cost, which we just saw, isn't it? Suppose you buy a thing for 100 rupees. Okay. Then you put, wait, you buy one article for 100 rupees. Okay. And you add some profit to it, isn't it? Okay. How much profit? You can charge 50%. So 50% of cost, isn't it? So if I charge 50% profit on my cost, my selling price is also called as invoice price. Clear? So what is invoice price? It's nothing but my selling price. How much it will be now? I'll cover cost plus I will cover add profit to that 50%. So my invoice price will be 150. And this is called cost structure. Okay, cost structure. Understanding this cost structure is very important. Okay, if you don't understand this, it will be very difficult for you. Very simple, very basic. Okay, suppose you buy an article. Let's say for example a plastic bottle. You buy a plastic bottle for 100 rupees. You add 50%, which is 50 rupees. You get invoice price. That is selling price. Clear? Instead of 50%, you may add 33.33%, which is one third. Okay, so it will be 33.33. So your selling price will be, or invoice price will be 133.33, isn't it? Understood? So let us stick to the earlier example. Now, this profit, okay, in the sum can be expressed as a percentage on cost or on sales price. Okay. Now, in this sum, in this small example, you can see you can relate your profit based on cost, which is 50%, isn't it? So I can say profit on cost is how much? 50%. So when I compare my profit with my cost, it is 50%. But when I compare same profit with my selling price, can you see? It is one third, isn't it? So profit for same profit, huh? I may use a different term on invoice price. When I compare it with invoice price, it is 33.33%. Okay. So this should be very clear. Okay. Same amount of profit. When it is compared with cost, we call it profit on cost. Clear? When we compare it with invoice price, we call it profit uh, as a part of invoice price or based on invoice price. Okay. Simple, not very difficult. Okay. Now go to this question, current question which I have posted. Now read the sum. Messrs. Joshi Traders has a branch at Aurangabad to which goods are invoiced at cost plus 33%. So profit is given on cost. So put cost as 100. Profit is 33.33. 33%. So your invoice price is 133.33. Okay. Are you clear on this? So my profit on cost is how much? 33%. I can write 33.33, isn't it? 33.33%. Now on invoice price, if I compare, it is 4 times. You can check it. 133.33 divided by 33.33. It will be how much? 25%. You can compare it. Okay, I'll just do it here. 33.33 divided by 133.33 into 100. You will get the percentage. Okay, so 24.99 means 25%, isn't it? 25% approximately. Are you getting this? So same profit when we sometimes we compare as depending on cost, and sometimes we have to calculate it is as percentage on invoice price. This is most important. So first of all, if you have this sum, first make this cost structure and write these 2 lines below. Profit on cost much? 33%. The denominator will be 100. When we compare it with invoice price, the denominator will be 133.33. Are you clear on this? This is very important, most important. Now let us solve this sum. Okay, I'm solving as per, okay, under debtors method. See the last line, they have told you prepare branch account and goods sent to branch account in the books of head office under debtors method. I am solving this using debtors system. So there will be 2 sums on branch. One will be under debtors system and second will be stock and debtors system. Okay. So first of all, read which method is asked in the sum. Okay. I am teaching you debtors system, which is very simple. I don't want to make it very complicated. So I have chosen this method. Well, 2 sums will be there. One will be from this method. So prefer this method. Okay. So data system. Okay. In this sum, this kind of sum, what you have to do? In the sum, you will be given some opening balances like stock, debtors, cash, petty cash, sometimes machinery, furniture, whatever is lying in the branch. Okay, will be given as opening balance. You can see in the question: stock on 1st January, debtors on 1st January, cash on 1st January. Likewise, you will be given values on the beginning, at the beginning of the year. Same we will be given values at the end of the year. Okay, same item should be there. Okay, is this clear? So 3-4 marks you will just get by posting these values. Clear? Okay. Then this is debit side, right? You must be aware. This is debit side. Okay. So whatever is received by branch will be on the debit side, and whatever is sent by branch will be on its credit side. Okay. Suppose head office. See, this account is maintained by HO, head office. Okay, this account is maintained by head office. This is very important what I'm talking about. Okay, so whatever is transacted between head office and branch will only be recorded here in this account. You will record transactions which occurs between HO and branch. Okay, only these transactions will be recorded. Nothing else to be recorded in this account. Clear? Is this clear? Okay, this is most important. This one. Okay, so first record all the opening balances, all the closing balances. Okay, these opening closing are result of these transactions only. Okay, transaction between HO and branch. Whatever opening lying there must have been sent in previous year. Whatever closing is there must have been received during the year or the previous years. Okay, and normally HO sends goods to its branch for selling purpose, isn't it? Why we open a branch at another place? Just to sell the product, isn't it? Okay, we took care of their expenses like rent, salaries, petty cash, etc. Whatever. Okay, so for that again, HO will send some cash. So that will also be recorded on the debit side because branch is receiving it. So to cash. If it is receives goods, to goods sent to branch. Okay, don't write goods sent by HO because these transactions are recorded in the HO's book. HO is writing. Okay, not the branch is writing. Huh? Remember. On credit side, like we had opening assets, we may have sometimes liability. So we can write opening balance if outstanding expenses is given, outstanding wages, something is given. We can record on the credit side. Okay. Assets opening on debit and closing on credit. If liability is there, opening on the credit side and closing on the debit side. Opposite. Okay. Whatever branch receives from HO will be on the debit side, and whatever branch remits or sends to HO will be on the credit side. Clear? Is this clear? Okay, now let us solve this sum. So first we'll make the cost structure. This is basic. First we write cost, profit, and invoice price. Okay, first we write these three words, then see what is given. Goods are invoiced at cost plus 33.33%. So profit is given as a percentage of cost. So always take cost as 100 because profit is depending on that. Okay, so profit is 33.33. So selling price is nothing but cost plus profit, isn't it? 133.33. So cost percentage already given 33. We can find percentage on invoice price, that is profit, just like GP percentage we did na in earlier chapter. GP upon sales into 100. So 33.33 upon 133.33 into 100. You get 25% approximation. Clear? Is this clear? Very good. Okay. Now let us move to the table. First line, branch stock. This is the opening stock. Since they have mentioned 1st January at invoice price. So we'll write here to stock. Okay, to balance brought down, that is opening stock. Just mention here in the bracket that it is at invoice price. Okay, so what difference does it make if invoice prices are given or profit percentage is given? 4 new items will come into picture that I'll show you later on. Okay, first do the posting. Okay, first the easy part where you will score at least 12 to 15 marks. Okay, so what is the value given? 1,20,000. So I'll write 1,20,000. Okay, let's use the column width. So stock I recorded 1,20,000, which is invoice price. Then branch debtors on 1st Jan is 30,000. So 30,000. Okay. Then petty cash balance is given 4,000. 4,000. Apart from this, we may be given furniture or plant and machinery. Whatever they give as opening, you put it here. Okay. Clear? After that, we are given cash sales. We are given cash sales. So shall we record it here or no? Cash sales is between whom? These transactions occurs between whom? The branch and its customers, isn't it? So this should not come in this account. Okay. But see the first paragraph. Okay, what was written after that percentage? The branch remits all cash received to head office directly. So when this cash sales takes place, 65,000, okay, we don't record. But when this amount of cash will be sent or remitted to HO, that we have to record. Right? Okay, so we write here by cash. Okay, so we have to send this cash. So that is between HO and branch. Therefore, we record that 65,000. This is not sales I am recording. This is remitting that sales value to HO I am recording. Are you clear on this? Very good. Then we are given discount to debtors. Okay. Okay. I think we need to open a debtors account. Okay. We'll have to because many things are given related to debtors. So very simple account. Okay. Just usual. What other accounts? Okay. Just like that. Maybe. Okay. Even in SYG, you must have learned single entry. Even there we had opened these accounts to balance brought down, right? The value will be there in your branch account. You can see here later. How much was the debtor? 30,000. Okay, so same values. So we can even open other accounts like petty cash. So what was the petty cash balance? 4,000. So you can even write here. Get to opening balance, petty cash value 4,000. Okay. This branch account is mandatory. these accounts, sometimes if they are not giving you closing balances, then you need to make these accounts. So to be on safer side, I'm making them in advance only. Okay. So which other account is there? I think I won't need that cash account, but still I have drawn it. Okay. So I'll revise once again. First of all, you draw the format. The branch account is must. Okay. Apart from that, debtors account, petty cash account will be required. Okay. Okay. So cash sales I have recorded in branch account on the credit side, not because it's cash sales. So I'll just make it more clear. Cash sales amount sent to HO. Okay. So we'll be more clear on this. We are recording because we are sending this cash to HO. Okay. We don't record cash sales here. Okay. Because that transaction is between customers and branch. Okay. Okay. Next, discount to debtors. Okay. See our debtors. Debtor account is here, isn't it? So opening balance will be on debit side. If you sell goods on credit, it will be here to credit sales. Okay. This is usual format. Huh? Clear? So when that customer will pay us, will be on the opposite side, like by cash. When you will pay us by cash or manually. Understood? Na? So same way, when we give him discount, it will be on this side. So any transaction which reduces his balance will be on the credit side. Okay, so buy discount. Okay, so discount is given to us how much? Discount 9,000. Okay. Then bad debts again, it will be on this side. Buy bad debts. This won't come in your branch account. Why? Because HO is not involved. Okay. Bad debts is 6,000. Then return from debtors. Okay. This is again between customer and branch. HO is not involved. So it will come only in this account. Okay. Branch debtors. When we sell goods, it's on the debit side. When he returns, it will be on the credit side. Okay. So buy, sales, return. In the paper, you may get a sum in which you may have to just open a branch debtor account or branch creditor account. So you will learn even that here. Okay. So what is the amount of returns? 3,000. Okay. Collection from debtors. See, I have written it by cash. When cash is received from debtors, what entry you pass? Cash to debtors. So same entry, cash to debtors. So in debtors, it is by cash. How much is the cash amount received? Collection from debtors, 2,40,000. Okay. Now this amount we recorded in debtors account, isn't it? Now this amount will be sent to whom? HO, isn't it? So here, look here. Okay, by cash we have given the heading. So we have already sent cash sales. Now we'll send this amount which is received from debtors, 2,40,000. Understand why I'm writing on this credit side? It is not for sale. It is for cash being sent to HO. I hope you are understanding this. Okay. Next, goods from HO. Okay, goods sent from means received from HO. Okay, so will be here written here. Okay, now first read if it's at invoice price. Yes, it's at invoice price. 4,20,000. Okay, 4,20,000. Regarding this percentage, I'll tell you how to apply that, where to apply that. Okay, or in all 4 entries will come based on this percentage, nothing else. Okay. Even if you don't do that now, you will lose 5-6 marks, but 14 marks so at least you will get. But I'll show you how to apply that percentage. Not difficult at all. Okay, but I'm showing you simpler side first. Done till here. Then goods returned to head office. When we received goods, it was on this side. When we will return, it will be on the opposite side. Okay, this one. 36,000. So I'll write 36,000. It is also at invoice price. Okay. Then goods returned to HO 100. Credit sales 3 lakhs. So we have written here credit sales 3 lakhs. Debtors has debit balance. When we sell them goods, their balance will increase. So on same side, right? 3 lakhs. This transaction is between customers and branch. It won't come here. Right? Then closing stock value is given to us, isn't it? I told you in advance. Opening on the debit and closing on the credit. And this value is also at invoice price. I'll mention it here. IP, that's invoice price. Then check received from HO for expenses. So we'll write all the expenses. We'll first write to cash or bank. Under that, we'll record all the expenses. Okay. Petty expenses. Tell me the amounts first. For petty cash, we have received 600. We have actually made account for petty cash expenses. Still, I'll show this account. So 6,000. So we'll write here to HO cash. 6,000 we received. For salary, we received 24,000. Then rent 8,000. अच्छा मैंने ऊपर नीचे कर दिया बेटा. Rent is 8,000. Advertisement. How much? 10,000. 10,000. Okay. Now below we are given actual petty cash expenses incurred was 7,000. So here write 6,000 only. Whatever happened between HO branch is 6,000. That 7,000 it is between branch and its local party. How much we have spent? 7. So we'll write by expenses. How much we have actually incurred? 7,000. Clear? So now we can close this account. Expense account, or we can get the closing balance for 10,000, right? 10,000. So how much is the closing balance left? 3,000, isn't it? We can record this as a closing balance 3,000 here. I hope this is clear. Okay. So we are done with all the adjustments also. Now let us close all the accounts. Okay. This one to tallied, we already done, and found out the balance sheet here 3,000. Now debtors. Now everything in the then balance will be there. Okay. We were not given closing balance, so we'll find some closing balance here. 3,30,000. Okay. So 330 minus all those above 4 items. Let me check what is the total of 2,58,000. Okay. So 330 minus 2,58,000. 70,000 is the latest closing balance. Yes. First, this was balance. Done. Now, cash sent to HO is 65 plus 240. I took in outer column. Not that difficult at all. This sum. Okay, I'll add them and we'll put total in outer column. How much total is 207,000. 207,000. Okay. Again, here I'll take the total. Total is minimum 12 marks. Okay. Now, as I told you, we had found as on invoice price. Okay. So where to record entries relating to this percentage. Okay. So only 4 items are there where we'll apply this percentage. I'll tell you which one. 4 items: opening stock, closing stock, goods sent to branch, and goods returned by branch. But actually, we call it goods sent to branch only. Okay, in the bracket, I'll mention return. Okay. Okay. So you can make a working just like this. Okay. Of the values, opening stock was 1,20,000. Right here, IP. Okay. IP. Closing stock value is 1,32,000. Goods sent to branch were 4,20,000. And goods returned were 36,000. Okay. Now, what we need to do is we have to reverse profit included in this. Okay. Since these are IP invoice prices, so what is our profit percentage on IP? Here, look here, 25%. Okay. Just make this change. Understood? Our profit, if we compare with cost, it was 33.33. But when we compare it with invoice price, it is 1/4, isn't it? 25%. Okay. So I'll write here profit and then it of 25%. Okay. So 120,000 into 0.25. Okay. So we have to pass these 4 entries exactly on the opposite side of the entry which contains these amounts. Okay. So where was opening stock on debit side? So write an entry on the credit side. Okay. By opening stock reserve. Very simple. Don't even miss those remaining 4 marks. This one entry will have at least 1 mark, 30,000. Understood now how simple it is? Then next is closing stock. Where is closing stock? Here, 132. On that, how much was the profit? 33,000 will be recorded on the opposite side. Okay. Just make a space here. To closing stock reserve. Value 33,000. Goods sent to branch was here, isn't it? Just take it in the outer column. So it will be reversed on the opposite side. And just make space for it. By goods sent to branch. Okay. Understood now? What is the amount for that? 1,05,000. 105,000. Then goods returned 36,000. So I'll make a space on the opposite side. To goods sent to branch returns reserve. Okay, clear? How much is the value? 9,000. That's it. You just have to calculate percentage on invoice price. You know how to convert them. Okay. This is very important. These 4 entries plus while closing the account, you get 2 marks extra when you close it properly. Okay. Now let us take all the amounts which are there in inner column to the outer column. Don't forget that 1,54,000. I have taken everything in the outer column now. Yes. Now see which side is heavier. I think let me check credit side total first. 6,83,000. Okay. And same formula you apply here, we get value of 6,64,000. Yeah. So credit side is heavier, so we get balancing here. Okay. It will be 6,83,000. Wait, first I have to remove this, otherwise I'll write it somewhere else. 664,000. Okay. I'll write same total here. Okay. So balance will be, that is profit. You can write P&L also, minus 664,000. So your profit is 19,000. That's it, 20 marks. Okay. So in this sum, what was not given to us, closing balances were not given. Okay, 72, 3000, these were not given. Sometimes in the question itself, they will give. They may give more columns here, like opening stock is 120, next to that, they may give closing stock. So directly you can write that value here. So that will save you this extra account. If they give you closing values, you need not make these accounts. Is this clear, students? So that's it. So we are done with the uh, two chapters. Fire insurance branch in that data system we have done. Now fire insurance single entry is there. So max I'll teach you single entry. So will consume more time. Okay. So let me see your reactions on the group. Just a minute. Hold on. Okay. On the WhatsApp group, I'll just ask one question. Please reply to it. Okay, I'm asking, do you want me to teach single entry sum also? Please give a thumbs up if you are going to attend it. If I get less thumbs up, I'll stop here only. I'm waiting for your replies. Okay, students are asking for it. 12, 13. Okay, so let us continue then. Okay, I have one sum here. Copy to the format from other file. Okay, 14, 15. I think I should continue. Students are asking. Okay, but this will be last. Okay, for the day. I'll solve this sum. If you want, we can discuss objectives also from previous year's papers, but that I'll ask later on after we are done with this chapter. Okay, so let us start with single entry sum. Let me read the sum and let us see how many accounts we need to open here. Okay. Is it legible? It's not too small enough font. I have this legible to you. I'll read the sum. Mr. Rajesh gives you following information for the year ended 31st March 2019, based on which you are required to prepare trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet as on 31st March 2019. Okay, so year is 1819. We are given opening balances. You can see opening balance of fixed asset, stock, bills receivable, everything is given as on 31st March 18. So last year's closing is current year's opening, isn't it? For 1st April 18, the same value will be there. Okay. So closing values are given on 31st March 19. Okay. So first column values are always opening and second column closing. Always look at the dates. Okay. 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 So in the question, what they will give opening balances and closing balances, and they will give cash book summary or cash book transactions. Okay. So what you are supposed to do, first of all, make these three accounts: trading, PNL, and balance sheet. Okay. Apart from this, see cash summary or cash book they have already given, so you need not make cash account. Okay. What else you need to do? You have to make debtors account, creditors account, bills receivable account, and bills payable account. These four accounts you need to make. Clear? Even these small accounts, they will ask for 10 marks sometimes. Okay. So if we solve this sum, this will be for 30 marks, 20 as an entire sum, and 10 marks sums may come just to make debtors count, creditors count like that. Okay. Now? So let me draw the accounts. Just put a line here only. Balance sheet. I'll copy the format. Method we may not ask for more than two sums, so I didn't make that format. Okay, so this will be my copy the format some other sum. So I need to adjust now. Okay. So I'll name this as bills receivable. See, order of account is very important. Okay. Bills receivable will be followed by debtors account. Okay. And bills payable account will be followed by creditors account. Problem is they make this account in that order only. Okay. So same way I will draw account the other two next to these only. Okay, so this will be bills payable instead of receivable. And here it will be creditors. And this will be debtors. Okay. Okay. So always make these three. Look at the balances. Okay. If in this balance will go to trading account, bill receivable, debtors, bills payable, creditors. These four accounts to open. Okay. Always remember this format to solve a single entry sum. I hope this is clear. Just increase the question size. Okay. So let us put the opening and closing balances. So if this is 20 marks sum, you will get 5 marks just by putting opening and closing balances. Really 5 marks in your pocket. Okay. So I start with the first item, fixed assets. How much is the value given at opening? 80,000. Okay. There must be some transaction because one the closing is given as 1 lakh, isn't it? This is closing. So there must be some purchase transaction. We'll see. Add purchase must be there. Otherwise, normal. Okay. Then we'll get total, and on that total we'll calculate depreciation. So less depreciation will come. Then you get closing balance, which is 1 lakh. We know the closing balance. Sometimes they may not give 1 lakh and put question mark here against 1 lakh. Stock means you're trading on item. Okay, just write 2 opening stock. Opening stock is how much? 35,000. And closing stock will come on credit side by closing stock. How much? 42,000. Clear? Then bill receivable. All assets have opening balance on the debit side. Okay, always remember this. Bill receivable to balance brought down. How much? 12,000 will be on the credit side by closing balance or balance CD. Okay. How much is the closing? 15,000. Then debtors just below that. Volume the balance brought down. How much? 72,000. We can easily secure these 5 marks for this posting this opening and closing only. Not at all difficult. Then same with the bills payable. Bills payable is a liability, so be careful. Opening balance will come on the credit side. Now balance brought down 8,000 and closing balance will come on debit side. So balance carried down. That is closing 9,000, right? Same way goes with creditors. So what is opening and what is closing? Closing is 58 and opening is 55. I hope we have posted all the items, right? Secured 5 months for this. Okay. Now, next simpler part. Okay. See, they have already given you cash book. So this is the account. You just need to give second effect of it. You just need to give second effect. Okay. Now look at the payment side. Okay. We have written by purchases. Okay. So in purchase account, this will appear now 95,000. Okay. This is cash book. So in cash book, purchase are written. Means these are cash purchases. So in trading account, we'll put to cash purchases. How much? 95,000. Okay. Just need to give second effect in the items appearing in cash book or cash summary. Creditors. See, in cash it is on credit side by creditors. So in creditors it will be on the debit side to cash. Are you how much? 2,60,000. Put on the opposite side wherever they are appearing on the cash book or cash account. Go to the other account, the mentioned account on the opposite side of posted. Bills payable. It's on credit side by bills payable 30. So in bills payable it will be to cash. Next, salaries. Where do salaries appear? P&L account, isn't it? We just saw in fire insurance. Salaries is the item of P&L. 70,000. Just give second effect of all the items. They will have half mark for each transaction, half mark. Okay, salary 70,000. They give second effect. Expenses. So 2 expenses. Acha, let me see if any adjustment on these items are there. Information. Bill receivable dishonored, discount allowed, depreciation. I'll leave one line for addition. I'll leave one line for outstanding. What we saw the adjustments. Okay. Then expenses. Select 2 expenses. Obviously, P&L 32,000. Then 2 insurance. 2 insurance. Okay. It was prepaid, so we have to subtract, right? All right. Amount given in trial balance is how much? Insurance 16,000 minus prepaid, and just complete that adjustment here itself 4,000. Because I don't have inner outer column. So net amount is 12,000, right? You can show it in inner column 16,000 minus 4,000, in outer column 12,000. And that prepaid insurance is your asset. Okay, so right here on the asset side, prepaid insurance, FYGC adjustment, isn't it? 4,000. Clear and done? Then fixed assets. See, we are companies paying for fixed asset. It means we are buying. So I had left one space for that buying fixed asset. How much we are buying? 20,000 worth more fixed asset per bond. So total will be how much? 1 lakh, isn't it? 1 lakh. So they are not providing any depreciation or what? I don't know. So total 1 lakh. Depreciation fixed asset, they have mentioned 10%. Okay, so that was before this value given as closing is before charging depreciation. Okay, so depreciation on that is mentioned at how much? For depreciation 10%. So 10,000, for column 90,000. Okay. So this 10,000 is your expense again. So P&L to depreciation 10,000. Then closing balance. See in cash account, this closing balance 84 is shown. So on asset side, write this cash asset side 84,000. 84,000. Clear? Now we are done with the payment side completely. Go to asset side. So opening balance. If we had made the opening balance sheet, we would have recorded this. Should I make an opening balance sheet? We have space because later on something may pop up. So let me better do it right now only. Opening balance sheet. They not mention you whether to make opening balance sheet or not. So I'll just make opening balance sheet as on what date? 1st April 18. 1st April 2018. Okay. That opening cash is shown now. We'll show it here. See, from this in question, first column was given, amount column. Those you can post it here. Like fixed asset was 80,000. Okay. You better make this only. Then stock, that is closing stock of that last year. How much? 35,000. Bill receivable 12,000. Use only opening balances. Closing balances we used in closing balance sheet, right? What was your bills receivable? BR I wrote. Then debtors. Debtors is how much? 72,000. Okay. And this cash we just saw that cash balance is there, opening balance 12,000. Just add a few lines. That's it. On liability side front, we had a bills payable. Opening was 8,000. Creditors were 55,000. Use first column to record opening balance sheet. Okay. Now balance which we'll use in new balance sheet. Total is how much? 2,11,000. So I'll write here 2,11,000. Okay, so capital will be 2,11,000 minus 8,000 minus 55,000. 1,48,000. So in new balance sheet, I'll write here capital. So do make opening balance sheet to get capital. If it is given, need not make this opening balance sheet. 1,48,000. Okay. So we are done with the payment side of cash account. Now go to the debit side, opening balance period. This is cash sales. So right on the credit side, operating account by cash sales. I hope I'm not going very fast. 1,70,000. Then debtors. So in debtors account, write it on the opposite side. Just use second. In debtors, we'll write by cash. 3,50,000. 3,50,000. Bill receivable. Bill receivable. 25,000. We are posting the cash book items on the opposite side of the respective item. Then 10% loan. So on the receipt side we have loan. So loan is taken. So on the liability side we'll write 10% loan. This is new loan taken by the company. Okay. So it will become your liability now. What is the value? 50,000. Done. Okay. So all the postings are done. The opening balances now will carry more marks because from opening balances you created opening balance sheet also. Again, 3 marks you will get there. So first table itself will give you at least 7 to 8 marks, and giving second effect from cash book will give you half marks each entry. Okay, so 5 6 marks from there you will get. So around 14 marks you have already covered. Few adjust is also done, isn't it? So let us do the remaining adjustment. Okay, insurance. We go from the last. Insurance we did outstanding salaries. So provide for outstanding salaries, add to salaries. Okay, not do total here. Okay, if you have enough you can show it by adding salaries 12,000. Then third last discount allowed was 4,000 and discount received is 5,000. Okay, so discount allowed is your expense. So P&L debit side, how much? 4,000. Discount allowed is allowed to debtors also. So on debtors side, opposite side will write by discount 4,000, right? Now discount received, it's an income. So P&L credit by discount received. I am showing you simple entries first so that you can score as much as possible. How much the discount received? 5,000. So 5,000, and your creditors are allowing you this discount. Okay. So in P&L 1,000 credit side. So here it will be on the debit side. And so you'll come to know on which side it will go to creditors account 5,000. Clear? Okay. Now first entry which I kept it pending because you need to learn the entries for that. Not that difficult, very simple. Bill receivable dishonored during the year rupees 5,000. So one debtor who had given us bill, that bill has dishonored. Okay, so it's no more a bill. So this 12,000 in bill receivable, okay, included that 5,000 bill. So now we have to reverse it. Okay, now that 5,000 will be recorded from whom? The debtor from whom we had received that bill. Okay, so right here by debtor. Not difficult at all, but it was a little different, so I kept it last. 5,000. Understood? So that 5,000 effect you give it in the debtor account to bill receivable. Understood? Very simple effect. Bill receivable account. Okay, 5,000. We are done with everything now. Okay, all the accounts are done. Now we have to close the accounts. Okay, now start with bill receivable. If any balancing figure is there, put in data, just like dishonored bill. Okay, then close bills payable account. So look at the order. First, close bill receivable account. Any balance, put in debtor. Okay, in debtor we'll get credit sales. Same way, first close bills payable account. Then balancing figure you can post in creditors account. Okay, then in creditors account you'll get purchases. Purchases likewise. Understood? Let us close the accounts. quickly. Total is how much? Right on the other side also 45,000. So find the difference. 45,000 minus 12,000. So as I told you, right, daters to daters. Okay. In daters, post this amount. So we need one line here in this account. Please insert one line here. We need one line. Okay. 33 is the balance, isn't it? So we'll post it here by bill receivable. Okay. How much? 33. That 33 we got balancing figure in bill receivable account. That I told you to post in debtors account. Okay. Now close debtors account. Okay. Now we'll close the debtor account. 4,70,000. I'll write 4,70,000. I'll add that same amount on the opposite side. And I'll find the balancing figure as credit sales. From debtors, we get credit sales to credit sales. Cash sales we already got from cash. Okay. Now this will be credit sales. So 4,70,000 minus this 5,000 minus 72,000. 3,93,000. So I can put in your trading on credit side by credit sales. Okay. उधार का बेचा हुआ माल. What is the amount? 3,93,000. 3,93,000. I know this will be a little heavier for many students because they are learning 3 different chapters in an hour's times. Next semester we'll keep the lectures more often, at least one lecture a week, so that you don't get bombarded at the last one. Creditors account. Okay, let's do it now. First close bills payable account. 39,000, right? Total 39,000 minus 8,000, so 31,000. Where shall we put it? As I told you, we'll go to the next account, that is creditors. So by creditors account. Okay. So I have made them do these accounts in pairs. Whatever balancing figure you get in bills receivable is posted to debtors. Same way, in bills payable, whatever you get, you post in creditors. Okay. Now we'll post that account, that entry in creditors accounts to bills payable account. Understood? Now when you close this account, you will get credit purchases. उधार पे लिया हुआ goods. $3,54,000 funded by credit purchases. Total minus only one figure we have 55. So 2,99,000. So I'll write here 2 credit purchases. 2,99,000. Okay, done. Okay, students. Now close this account. You'll get GP. GP will be transferred to P&L. You get profit or loss that you add to capital. Then your balance sheet should tally. Okay. Let us take total. We have closed all the accounts. Nothing pending. Yeah. So 6,05,000. 6,05,000. Take total of these 3 items. 429,000. Total of this is 429,000. So 2 GP will be 605 minus 429. 176 will come here by GP. 176,000. Now close P&L account. Okay. 1,81,000. So 1,81,000. Total of debit items. I hope we have done the posting right. We haven't missed any item. Huh? Otherwise, there might be a difference. Total is 1,40,000. I'll write here 1,40,000. Okay, so net profit will be 2 net profit minus 140,000. So 41,000 is the profit which will add to capital. Add net profit. How much? 41,000. In outer column, we'll take total of these two. 148 plus 41,000. Okay. Now let us take total of this side. 2,51,000. Okay. Seems to be less than asset side. We'll check what we missed. 2,51,000. I like 2,51,000. Total here 1,78,000. 178,000. Okay, let me see how much is the difference. 251,000 minus 1,78,000. 73,000. Have I missed any item of 73,000? Just check. In totaling, okay, and asset side, assets 35. Okay, here the total 211. So did I put closing stock? I didn't put it here. Closing stock. How much? 42,000. So this will be revised. It is 2,20,000. 2,20,000. Difference is 31. Just check if I have missed any 31,000 item. Any asset. Closing balance of bill receivable. What is the closing balance of bill receivable? I forgot. Yeah, for bills. See, all the closing balances here on the question should be posted here. Otherwise, you can take it from these accounts also. Bill receivable. How much is the closing balance of bill receivable? 15,000. So this should be 2,35,000. Then debtors. Debtors I have put in. No. Debtors here. Closing debtors is 83,000. So let us put data. Let me close the account. We should have done. Okay, same liability side also. Closing balance are not total. What is the and creditors? What are the creditors total? 50. Once again. 2,68,000. 2,68,000. This side total. We lakh 18,000. Oh, write it 3,18,000. Minus 268. 50,000. Did we miss any 50,000 item? Cash 84 we have done. Debtors 83 done. Bill receivable 15. Stock 42. 50,000. Okay. Yeah, loan. Which is a loan? Loan is taken. Huh? Which is the total answer again. अच्छा, credit is already put in out of all, na? Let me do that. 9,000 here. 8,000 here. Let's see, beta. Yeah, it's selling 3 lakh 18,000. 3 lakh 18,000. It's selling. Okay. So I hope someone is messaging. If it's one of you, and replying sometime. Okay. It was not planned. This lecture was not planned. I thought I had told you that I'll be taking lecture, but I couldn't due to ill health. But I was fine today, so I took the initiative and thought of taking this lecture. I hope you have gained some knowledge from this lecture. Now, all the best to all of you. I hope you have enjoyed these lectures and all the three sums which we did. All the best. Do write uh, what is there. Don't miss out on any item. Okay. Thank you so much for attending. Subscribe to my channel. Okay.